What's going on, Aquarius? It's your girl D with 8th House Energy here to bring you another reading for January. I hope all is well with you guys. I appreciate the love and support. I hope that you have clicked the subscription button and hit that notification bell so that way you know when I post for you guys, as well as your other placements, which I do weekly. I forgot to go over the planetary alignments, or what I call the astrological analysis. I usually do that in the very first reading of the month, but I did not do that. Here we are mid-month, so I'm going to do that in this reading. So for those of you who don't like that part of the reading, please fast forward to the point where you see me putting out the cards, right? I am not going to put a timestamp in the comments, and I do not want anyone to put one in because that does not determine when the reading starts. I determine when the reading starts, and it starts as soon as I start speaking. So if this is something that you don't want to hear, fast forward until you see me putting out the cards. All right, if you put a timestamp in the comment section after I'm asking you not to, I will block you from the channel. Okay, because it's disrespectful. It takes away from the fact that, you know, what I'm doing here, I'm not talking just to talk. I'm talking because I have something to say. And it's disrespectful when someone says, okay, well, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Here's when the reading starts. Now, if a reader tells you to do that, put this timestamps in, that's cool. But I'm not one who's going to tell you that, because I'm not talking for my health. I'm talking because I have something that you need to know. And if you don't want to know it, fast forward to the point where you can enjoy the reading. All right, so I'm not going to keep going on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about these planets here. So Aquarius, you got 1, 2, 3 planets in your first house. All right, you got Jupiter here, you have Saturn here, as well as Mercury. Now, Jupiter is all about expansion and growth and good luck, good fortune. Saturn is all about restrictions. It's all about routines, patterns. It also represents time and karma. It also deals with government and authority. And then we have Mercury there. Okay, Mercury is all about communication. Now, your house, Aquarius, your first house is all about forward thinking, forward movement. It's about the internet. It's about technology. It's not about the past at all. We are now going into the age of Aquarius, and we'll officially be there once we are in Aries season. We're still tying out the last decade here of Pisces season. And once we get to Pisces season, at the end of Pisces season, that's when it will be complete. All right, and then we start the new season, which is Aquarius, or the age of Aquarius, when Aries season starts. So you guys got a lot going on in your first house, okay? So, you know, personally, you may see that you may have, you may realize that there are some things that you have to set new routines, new patterns, new schedules for. The old outdated stuff that you were doing is just that old and outdated, and it's time for you to move on. Aquarius, you don't usually have problems with that, okay, because you're all about forward movement. Other signs may have more difficulty where you don't in this area. And on a planetary wide basis, how we see Saturn and Aquarius is we see the changing of the guard here with the presidents and the inauguration that's coming up. All right, because Saturn rules time, which means, you know, basically Saturn lets you know when something is up. Okay, enough time doing this. Now it's time to do something else. All right, and it rules government. So we see that. And also, Aquarius, you rule humanitarian efforts and doing things for the people. So, you know, that's a prime example of what we're watching right now, the presidential inauguration. Also with Jupiter in Aquarius, you know, many people are going to be communicating more so online more than ever, especially with COVID going on. So expansion and growth, and the area of your friendships, your circles, you know, your social circles, things like that, because that's what Aquarius rules as well. So a lot of people are going to be reaching out to you online. You're going to be, if you're in organizations or you're in groups, your groups are going to be really embracing the online environment, because, hey, this is what the age of Aquarius is all about. So a lot of you may be participating in that directly or seeing that happen around you. Now with Mercury, Mercury is about communication as well, and it's all about fast communication, which leads to technology, and it's in your house, which rules the internet, and it rules technology, and you rule astrology and astronomy and all of those far out futuristic type energies and sciences. And so, you know, definitely a lot of communication online, a lot of people reverting to doing what it is that they need to do. They're doing it online, especially because of COVID. It's forcing us to do that. So there's major change going on, major transformation going on. We also see that with Uranus and Taurus, okay? Because Taurus is how you make, how much money you make. Capricorn deals with what you do to make money, as far as, are you a dentist, are you a lawyer, are you a doctor? But Taurus deals with how much money you make as a doctor, how much money you make as a lawyer, how much money you make as a dentist. And with Uranus there, your ruling planet, that has a lot to do with forward thinking and people making money online. Okay, so a lot of people are opening online businesses. A lot of people are developing applications that will revolutionize the way that we use the internet, especially with everything going on right now with COVID. We are being forced to use another forum of communication in reference to us connecting as humans. And that's where your energy is just going to shine true and ring true. All right. So we also got Venus in Capricorn, and we got Pluto in Capricorn. Now, like I was saying, Taurus is how much money you make doing what you do, but Capricorn is your professional achievements, your professional endeavors, what you do for a living. It's also your professional reputation, your personal one as well. So Pluto's there. So we're going to see a lot of people changing the way that they make money, as far as the professions that they go into. There's going to be people, unfortunately, we've seen, because Pluto's been there for a while, people have been losing their jobs because of COVID. People have been being demoted, unfortunately, meaning that they've gone from full-time to part-time due to, what's going on with COVID. And it may not even have to do with COVID. Some people just, they may be feeling like, you know what, I have enough of this. I'm going to scale down and I'm going to go part-time instead of working full-time. So that's going on as well. You got people who are, applying for promotions, going into totally different industries than they were in before, because Pluto is all about death and rebirth. So you're going to see a lot of that going on in the career sector for a lot of people. Also, we have Venus in Capricorn, okay? So a lot of people are going to be really doing what they love. They are going to be, more people are going to be participating in environments where they can help out others. A lot of people are going to have the mindset of, okay, well, I want to find a job where I'm doing something that's helping people, that's meaningful. It's not just all about money anymore to a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong, you still got some people who's all about that dollar. But there are some people who are going to be feeling this energy of, okay, well, I want to do something meaningful, something where I'm able to help others, where I'm able to inspire others. And that's that Venus and Capricorn energy. All right. So we also got Mars in Taurus too. Uranus is there, and then Mars is there. Mars is all about that warrior energy, that go, 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 go. And, what you do when you got your back up against the wall. So a lot of people, they're like, okay, what am I going to do to make money? All right, well, I got to go do this. So I'm just going to go jump into it and do it. And now is a good time to do it because all of the planets are direct right now. Speaking of planets being direct and in retrograde, Mercury in your first house is going to be going in retrograde. Yes, Mercury's going in retrograde. This is the last Mercury retrograde of the age of Pisces. All right. So we got to clear everything out. Mercury makes you clear out it makes you clear out the conscious mind. Whatever you haven't processed properly, whatever you haven't registered properly, so as far as the things that have happened to you, and the connections and experiences. And in this area, it's going to be in reference to friends, because Aquarius rules friendships, social circles. So for some of you, you're going to be running into people that you used to go to high school with, and you may have been on the chess club. You may be, if you're in your hometown, you may go to the grocery store and you may run into this person at the grocery store. Like, damn, I haven't seen you in ages. How you been? Blah, blah, blah. Some of you, those old friends that you used to hang out with, they may come to mind. The ones you may miss, whether they're gone or whether there was a falling out or whether, they moved away or whether they passed on. So you're going to have people thinking about you. So they may come to mind for you, and you're going to be thinking about past friends and social scenarios and situations that you were involved with. So, just keep that in mind. Some people may want to reach out to you as well. So not only are you going to be bumping into people, you may have some people reach out to you. And how are they going to reach out to you? With everything that's going on, they're going to reach out to you on social media. A lot of people got their Facebook pages set up. People are doing their class reunions via Facebook. People are using applications like Zoom and Meeting and all this other stuff that's coming out now to help people meet online in large groups. Since we can't do that too much with COVID going on in person, people are they're setting up platforms so that people can meet in large groups online. All right, that's Uranus and Taurus. So With that being said, we got Neptune and Pisces as well. All right, so Neptune's all about the planet of illusions, and we got Pisces. A lot of people are going to be going into nursing homes, coming out of nursing homes. A lot of people are going to be being released from prison. Some people are going to be going in because of, we're clearing up karmic cycles here. A lot of people are going to be getting their just desserts, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing. On a negative aspect, a lot of people who've done negative things are going to be going to jail, going to prison. So you're going to see that. You're going to see people getting out, people getting released. Some of you may have family members or friends who are in the process of serving, their time is being served and they're coming home. On the flip side of it, some of you may know people in places who are in court right now, or they're sitting in the justice system right now because they're going to be going away for a while. So that type of thing is going on. Also, that's dealing with karma. We just closed out some karmic cycles. So you're going to be seeing people who are going to be doing well. You're going to be seeing people who are not going to be doing well. You're going to be able to look at these people, whether they're colleagues, friends, co-workers, family members, your lovers, whomever. You're going to be able to look at them and see what's going on in their world, and you're going to be able to determine, based on what they're experiencing right now, if they were doing some positive things, putting positive karma out over the last decade, or if they were putting negative karma out. Okay, because if they were putting negative karma out, they're not doing so well. Hopefully you're not one of those people. But if you are, then you need to reflect back on what is it that I did to bring this karma, this negative karma onto me. All right. And between now and especially Pisces season, we're going to be seeing that. So all of us in some way, shape, or form are going to get our karma from the energies that we were putting out over the past decade. Only people who will really be struggling is, again, people who put out negative karma, or people who are in karmic situations, knowing that they're in partnerships with karmic partners and they are not letting go. Maybe they're too weak, or they just don't understand what's going on. These are people who are in situations where they're not being treated fairly, and they won't leave the situation or let it go, either because they're afraid, or because they don't have the self-esteem, or because they don't understand that the connection that they're in is karmic. There are a lot of people who are still in relationships that they should not be in, and the relationships are struggling like crazy, and they have been, because it's a karmic connection and people need to come out of it. So these are the people that you're going to be seeing. So because you're forward thinking and you're forward movement and you see what time it is, you're going to be seeing a lot of that. So if you see it with your friends and family, maybe you could sit down and have a chat with them about karmic connections, karmic relationships, and things like that, so that they don't continue to bring that negative energy into the new cycle that's starting in Aries season. All right. So I think I went over everything with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right. So what do we got for Aquarius? What messages does Aquarius need to hear in this reading today? This is going to be a general read. All right. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I have an extended for you too. The link's in the box below. And if you need a reading personally, reach out to me. Check your other placements if this doesn't resonate, okay? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes part of it does. Sometimes part of it doesn't. You guys, if you're familiar, you know what to do. All right, so what else does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius... Okay. I'm going to put these up. Okay, what messages? 2 more cards, please, for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? Thank you. 1 more for Aquarius, please. What does Aquarius need to know? 1 too many. 1 more for Aquarius, please. Me, I like the cards to pop out. I don't pick the cards. Okay, to me that's spirit letting me know what you need to know. All right, so underneath the deck, Aquarius, we have the overall energy for this spread of the 8 of Wands. It came out in reverse, but here's the card upright. So here's the 8 of Wands, and that's Sag energy. Okay, so 8 of Wands talks to me about being frustrated, and when it's in reverse, it's about being frustrated, not being able to move forward. It could be physically not being able to move forward, or emotionally tied up in a situation where you're not able to move forward, which causes frustration, aggravation. There could be some messages that are coming to you that you're ignoring. Okay, or you could be waiting on some messages that are not coming, and that could be causing frustration. But let's see what's up. So we have the Page of Pentacles that came out in reverse. That is Capricorn. We have the Queen of Swords energy, which is Libra. We have the High Priestess in reverse, Piscean energy. We were just talking about Pisces, Neptune and Pisces. We have the Sun card, which is Leo energy. That's a major arcana as well. And another major arcana was Strength. Okay, Leo energy. So you got the sun and strength. That's amazing energy right there. Okay, alone, just those two. So frustration coming in. There could be frustration because there's not any communication. You're not getting the communication you want, or the communication that you had with the Page of Pentacles was aggravation, because the Page of Pentacles in reverse could represent troubled communication between people. It could also represent a troubled child. Okay, so some of you, this could be you. I know that I was doing some readings, and some of you are experiencing issues where you were in karmic situations or karmic relationships with a parent, okay, or your child and you are in a karmic connection. All right, so this Page of Pentacles in reverse represents a troubled child. Okay, and this could represent the frustration that that troubled child is feeling. Even if you're an adult, you could still be having issues with your parents. Okay, in reference to things that went on in your childhood. The challenge here is the Queen of Swords. I feel like the challenge is processing what happened, the types of the type of relationship you had, processing that and getting clarity on it. For some of you, you're maybe having a hard time disconnecting from this karmic relationship, and it is very difficult to do that. Especially when you find out. Well, it's not that you find out, but a lot of you have known all your life. Like, say, for example, you've had a relationship, a poor relationship with your parent. Speaking of which, this reminds me, I'm just thinking of Eminem. I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. So, that song reminds me of, somebody who could be in a karmic connection with their mother. Father too, but in that song, if you're not familiar with the song, in that song he talks about the trials and tribulations that he's had with his mother. His mother wasn't such a good mom to him growing up. She really, treated him really bad, and so his therapy was putting that into a song. And a lot of people looked at it like, oh my God, why would he talk about his mother like that? That everybody doesn't have a rosy relationship with their mother. Okay, and a lot of people don't get that. The only people who get that are the people who've been through those situations. And karmic relationships do happen with mother and children. And like I said to you guys in the last reading, a lot of you are North Node Scorpios. I'm not Scorpios, North Node Aquariuses. A lot of you have Aquarius in the 4th house. And those are Scorpios. Scorpios ascending sign and sun sign. So some of you have Aquarius in the 4th house. So Aquarius North Node, Aquarius in the 4th house, Aquarius in your 1st house. Also, I would say Aquarius in your 10th house too, if you're having problems with your father. Okay, if you had a karmic connection with your father. If it's your child or your children, it could be Aquarius in the 5th house. Okay. But yeah, so this is what I'm getting here. So with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like for some of you, it may be very difficult for you to disassociate in a manner in which you can rest with. Your soul, I feel like, is not at ease, or it could be now that you've ended the connection. But some of you may be getting that energy of, okay, should I call and just say, hey, let's sit down and have a talk? Am I ready to do that yet? Some of you are not even ready to do that. Some of you have cut the connection. You've cut the cord. You're not communicating. You haven't been in a while for some of you. But some of you are, now that we're entering Aquarius season, we're about to go into it. We got another week. Some of you are going to be thinking about, should I reach out? Should I try to express how I feel? Should I try to make amends? Should I just see what they have to say? All right. So that's the challenge here is like, coming to reality of the fact that, okay, I have a certain way that I feel about this. How should I deal with it? Should I communicate with them? Is it going to be a waste of time? How do I process this so that I can move on? So Mercury in retrograde is going to be really propelling these energies and these thoughts for you. Okay. I feel like, your spirit guides and guardian angels and ancestors with the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like for some of you, you want to express to this person, your mother or your father, or it could be your child, the pain that you've been feeling. the frustration that you've been feeling, and that you're not going to tolerate it anymore. A lot of you are going to be revealing that with the High Priestess in reverse. The universe is egging you to reveal how you truly feel. Some of you are not speaking up. You're not telling them why you're not talking to them. Or you may have gotten into an argument, and that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back for you. So they may be looking at it like, okay, why would something like that cause us to not speak? But there could have been a buildup of things that you didn't talk about. And so when that last situation happened, that was the icing on the cake for you, where for everybody else, it's just like, oh, you're bugging out. You had an argument about cheese and you're not talking to your mom anymore. It has nothing to do with the damn cheese. It's got to do with everything else that's went on. And the cheese was just the catalyst, so to speak, so that type of thing. But I feel like, with the Sun card energy here, I feel like a lot of you are feeling like, you know what? I'm good with this. I'm gonna, this is your solar plexus energy, the Sun. Okay. So a lot of you are feeling successful in this situation here. As far as, okay, I was successfully able to, express how I felt. I feel like this is you stepping into your solar plexus, and saying, you know what, I can, and I will, and I deserve to be heard, and I will be heard. Okay. And that's where the strength energy comes in. It's like, I'm going to demand my respect. I don't give a shit what the hell anybody else has to say. I know what I experienced. I know what I felt with that, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I know the frustration that I experienced is not something I'm making up. And I'm going to express that. And if anybody has a problem, then you know what? I'm not dealing with it. You're going to have to deal with the reality of what's going on. So I feel like a lot of you are feeling that way. The challenge is you really like saying, you know what, this is what the problem is. You may get into little arguments or bouts, and then you go about your business and you're pissed off, but you don't say anything. I feel like the challenge is you actually speaking up and revealing, with the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess in reverse, revealing your true feelings to this person, to your mother, or to your father, or to your child, what you've experienced and what you felt was going on. And I feel like you are feeling powerful when you do that. Because here's what's going to happen if you do. This is all Leo energy. This is pride. This is self-esteem, self-respect. Not letting anybody walk all over you just because they carry the role of mother or father or child for you. Okay? Let's take a look at these other cards here. So we have the Eight of Wands reverse, the Moon, the Three of Cups, the King of Wands reverse, and the Nine of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, you're frustrated here. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, you're frustrated. Okay? And with the Moon energy here, it's like you could be kind of thinking about it. You're in your feelings right now. You're thinking, should I reconcile with this Three of Cups? But with the King of Wands in reverse here, you may not be ready yet. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse here, you're just not ready yet. You're not ready for that fight yet for some of you. Because the Nine of Wands in reverse is you putting your defenses down. Some of you are not ready to do that yet, I feel, with the Nine of Wands in reverse. Some of you, you're getting to that point. This is why it's coming to mind. But I feel like by Pisces season, that will go down between you and your parent. You will discuss this with them. Or this could be a lover for some of you. It could be your lover. Okay? There was a troubled relationship with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You guys are not speaking. When the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, this is an energy to me of a troubled connection. And like this is not just a basic connection like the King of Cups, like the Page of Cups or the Page of Wands. This is something this was somebody that you were solid with, usually a family member or a good friend, right? And things are not working out. All right, this is something that you put time, effort, and energy to with the Page of Pentacles. This is something you worked at, and usually those tend to be relationships, family relationships. Okay. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're not ready yet. You're not ready to communicate with this person yet. Okay. You're not ready to let down your guard yet, is what I'm feeling here. You're still you're still enjoying the fact that for some of you, you walked away from the situation and your self-esteem is being built back up now. So once it's to the point where you're at full capacity with that, you'll be able to sit down and have a conversation with them and just be like, you know what, this is what it is, and this is how it's going to be. All right, so that's what I got for some of you. And again, this could be a lover as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a parent, but I feel that strongly with Aquarius that that's what that is for a lot of you. All right, so let's see what else we got going on for my Aquariuses. Aqua mommies, aqua poppies, what's going on, you guys? If this resonates, make sure you click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Would love to be able to read for you on a regular basis. I post every week for all your placements. All right, and don't forget, if this doesn't resonate, check your other placements. You are more than just Aquarius. All right, Aquarius is a part of you, but there are other placements that make up the total you. And so for you to, have a total understanding of who you are, you really should be checking out your other placements. What's going on with Aquarius? What messages do they need to hear? What do we got going on for Aquarius? So yeah, some of you are not ready to clean out that closet quite yet, but you're getting there to the point where you'll be able to have a conversation where it's not you're not emotional, you're not crying, but you never know, it may be that way, but you just need a little bit more. Some of you just need a bit more time. Some of you already had this conversation, and that's why the Sun card and the Strength card came out, because you stood your ground and you expressed how you felt, and you didn't care, which you shouldn't have, especially if you felt you were wronged. All right, what else we got for Aquarius? One more, thank you. All right, Aquarius. Underneath this deck, we have Ace of Wands. All right, so this is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This could be, something that you're very passionate about. The universe could be sparking some ideas for you. This is also intuition for me with the Ace of Wands. This is the universe saying, hey, guess what? And you're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you're super amped about it. That's what I'm feeling. So we got the Two of Cups energy here, which is Cancer. We have the Four of Swords energy, which is Aries. I'm sorry, that's Libra. We have the King of Wands, which is Leo. We have the Hermit energy in reverse, which is Virgo, major arcana. And we also have the Ace of Swords. So we got two aces here, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. All right. Two of Cups. All right, this is you and this person reaching out to one another or establishing a connection. I feel like for some of you, this is it could be a brand new connection, but let's get into it and see. So this could be love, or this could be you being passionate about reuniting with that karmic partner, whether it's a mother or a father or your child. The challenge is you guys are not speaking. Okay, you're not speaking right now. The universe, your spirit guides, and your guardian angels are telling you to take the lead. Okay, be that King of Wands. The King of Wands doesn't back down from anybody. The King of Wands is all about go, go, go. Let's get this. Let's do this. All right, so we got a lot of Leo energy in both of your reads here. So this is a lot about the solar plexus energy, where you, you're in a position where you have confidence. You have pride. Okay, and you're not afraid. All right, this is somebody who's courageous, who is standing up to something that was unjust and unfair. All right, so that's the energy I'm getting here. All right, the Hermit in reverse energy, this is you in your head. You've been over this numerous times and you're not listening to your intuition. See, the Ace of Wands, the intuition is telling you that there's something, you should be passionate about, but the Hermit in reverse, you're like, should I do it? Should I not? You're not taking action on your intuition. Remember, in the last spread, we had the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess to me is your intuition, the communication between you and your intuition. The Hermit to me is you acting out on that intuition, because that's the masculine energy. So you isolating yourself, physically isolating yourself from a situation. I feel like some of you have not done that yet. You've not totally isolated yourself from the situation mentally, in your thoughts. Some of you, I feel like you've done that in physical, as far as you moving away, but some of you may have not. You could be considering that. Some of you could actually be considering moving away, with the Ace of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Swords here. Okay, so to me, with this Ace of Swords, as a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is you coming up with the idea of what it is that you're going to do. You getting the clarity of what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it, because here with the Hermit in reverse, you were kind of debating back and forth what you're going to do. You know what you need to do. Your intuition is telling you it, but for whatever reason, you're not acting on it. is what I'm feeling here. All right, and I feel like with this Ace of Swords, it's like you have to accept the reality of a situation, accept the way that it is. Yeah, this is you over and over, going over and over in your head about this. Okay. So let's see what these cards are underneath here, and then what we'll do is we'll go into the extended and we'll clarify a little bit more, and then we'll get you some advice. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Wands. So yeah, I feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords, this is somebody coming in with communication. Okay, the communication could be a bit brash. It could just be like, yo, here's the facts. Okay, because we got this Ace of Swords here as well. So it's like, look, here's what it is. You know, you're feeling passionate about coming in and speaking your truth. Okay, some of you, you know, with this Knight of Swords here, you're not really interested in arguing and fighting, but you will stand your ground is what I'm feeling here. Especially with that King of Wands energy, this is what the universe is telling you to do. Stand your ground. You know, speak logically, based on what, you know, what the facts are. You know, try to keep your emotions out of it. But this is somebody I feel like who can't do that, because you got the Ace of Wands here and the Knight of Swords. This is someone who's very passionate and spirited. It's like, look, I'm not taking your shit. I don't care. I'm not. This is what's going on. This is the way it is. You can sit here and deny and lie all you want. And I feel like a lot of you, if you've already had this conversation, that could have been what went on. This person could have been in denial, not accepting your truth, not accepting the pain that you felt, not looking at it like it's real, maybe brushing it off. All right. And you're like, no, we're not doing that. This is what went down, and this is the way it's going to be. This is what I feel like with this Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I mean, the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. With the Eight of Pentacles here and the Three of Pentacles in reverse here, it's like, I feel like you were the only one who were working. You were the only one who was trying to work on a connection. Okay? You were the only one who was trying to work on it. It's like, you know, this person, they could have been trying to turn other people in the family against you, or, you know, your friends or family or whomever who know about the situation may have been trying to talk, may have been talking about you behind your back, you know, talking about how, you know, something's wrong with you and things like that. And so at this point, you're just like, okay, well, you know what? With the Three of Wands energy, you're just sitting back and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to figure out what the next move is, and I'm going to do what's best for me. And so for some of you, like I said, you may be traveling. You may be leaving. Maybe you wanted to have a conversation before you leave. Some of you are considering moving. That's what that Hermit energy in reverse is. You're considering moving, all right? And you want to have a conversation with this person before you move, is what I'm feeling here. That's for some of you. Some of you, you know, you may be going away or actually physically moving. And so you may want to clear up, you know, try to get some type of closure out of the situation before you move on. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of you here. So let me know if that resonated, you guys. I'm going to stop here. We're going to go ahead into the extended. We're going to clarify each of these cards a little bit more in detail. And then we're also going to get some advice from Spirit in reference to the situation. Again, make sure you click the like button if it resonated. Let me know in the comments if it did. If this is something personal that you don't want to talk about in the comment section, I understand. Hit me up at 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. If you ask me any questions about your situation, just know I'm going to have to pull cards. And if I have to pull cards, there will be a charge for that. The